Tell me about Ledley. Was he as great as everyone tells me?
I promise you, he was unbelievable, and he never trained. Work that out.
Lazy.
Like, no, ripped beyond belief.
He just couldn't train, right?
Yeah, his knees were bad, but when he played, he was unbelievable.
How highly would you rate
Real
him?
Madrid. He's fit.
You rate Rio Ferdinand as the greatest.
Best, yeah.
Okay, if Ledley King stays fit,
He's
wins?
up there challenging Rio.
Wow.
He was that good.
When you say his knees were shot, I hear this, right?
I think it was something to do with his cartilage, I think.
Did he ever come in and go, oh, my knees are kicked? Did he moan about it?
Nah, but he'd come in and then he'd just put ice packs on his knee. But he was quick, he was strong.
What was so good about him? Yeah, go on, quick, strong.
Quick, strong, could play with both feet. Like I think his right knee was bad and he was right-footed, so he trained himself to play with his left foot. So he'd only play with his left. Work that out as well.
Wow, that's amazing.
Honestly.
And he never trained? So during the week when you're training, what's he doing?
In the gym, icing his knee.
Oh, okay. Preparing.
Yeah, freak.
Only one game a week?
Sometimes if it was important game, then he'd play both. Right. Or you'd have to maybe pick which one he played in, but we always knew he stood a better chance of winning if he was there.
I finally got my chance against Liverpool at Anfield, and I was on the bench. We're 2-0 up, everything's going well. Then Maurizio Taricco got sent off at left back about the 44th minute. So George Graham, the manager at the time, said, get warmed up, you're coming on at half time. So I warm up, then we go in at half time. And the other day I actually thought about it. Normally you bring a sub on quickly, don't you, when you come to 10 men, get down to 10 men. But maybe he wanted a bit more time to think about it during half time. So he left it like that. He didn't make any changes. But yeah, half time was just me in the toilet talking to myself. Do you know what I mean? This is the big moment. I'm about to make my debut.
That's really rare.
You're at Anfield.
At Anfield, yeah.
But you have the whole of half time to know that you're about to come on.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
I would rather just come on. Yeah. Just, you know what I mean? No time to think.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am quite a deep thinker.
Yeah.
So this was my time to talk to myself, compose myself. So I'm in the toilet looking at myself saying, this is it. This is what you've been waiting for. Mm-hmm. This is a chance. Wow. So I come on at left back, we're 2-0 up, and then we lost 3-2 in the end. So it was a baptism. Oh, wow. Naturally, you feel that it's your fault because it's your first game. So it's tough to take. And it takes you a while to kind of build up that confidence.
You come on at centre half?
I come on at left
back. Well, yeah, I was going to say, I stood at the club.
Was you? Yeah,
We were still like, obviously so proud that our boy was making his debut.
Yeah, that's class.
It was special.
Was it the ideal debut for yourself, would you say? Like a result aside and position aside?
No, it definitely wasn't. When you make your debut, you're happy. You come off the pitch, happy that you've done that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you come on and play anywhere.
Yeah, got to get done, haven't you?
I will say I've never ever played left back again, so I don't know what that tells you. But no, listen, it was after that. It's about kind of just continuing to believe in yourself, continue to keep working, keep improving, because you've been training with these group of players for a while now, so you get used to the physicality of men's football. You know that you can handle it. Then all of a sudden you play in a Premier League game. The pace of it is something crazy. Yeah. You know, the game just went by like that. I didn't remember anything. I definitely didn't fulfill my full potential because of injuries. You know, I stopped training at 26 years old. You know, so mentally, I was probably in my prime at that point. I understood the game as well as I, could have. But physically,
you know, when you hear that, and Andy was talking about it there, and even in yourself though, and I've spoke about you, and I've done 1 to 11. So you've always been, it's you and Rio for me, the best two I ever played with. But do you understand almost to yourself how good you were? Because considering, as you said, I remember I played with you for 2 years. You couldn't train on a Friday, but then most Saturdays you'd come out, man the match, and you'd make the rest of the team feel comfortable because we could see that you were there. Yeah. Do you kind of understand what you meant to your teammates and also who you played against, as well as the Spurs fans?
I did, but I wasn't one of them people that ever kind of talked about it. I wasn't flash, I kind of, went on the pitch to always give my best, to show my best. I wanted to kind of show how good I was, whether that was in training, when I was training, or playing games. But, I always preferred to be silent and just kind of let your football do the talking. But I understood my importance to the team, for sure. Whenever I played, we were a better team. And, I sensed that from the managers. I was under pressure to play whenever I could. A lot of times I played at 50, 60%. I played a game when I was out for 7 months and I trained once or twice and ended up playing a game at Anfield.
Wow. I bet you were a man of that, shouldn't you?
Probably.
We won 2-0 against Suarez.
It would not surprise me.
we won 2-0. I was out for 7 months. I had 1 or 2 training sessions. I didn't even go to play. I went to watch. and they ended up playing in the game.
Who was the manager?
How did that happen?
Harry.
How did that happen?
Well, Harry asked me that hour and a half before kickoff, hour and 45 before kickoff, could I play? I looked at him like he was mad. In the end, I ended up playing and got through the game somehow.
He's an unbelievable man manager, isn't he?
Yeah.
Harry Redknapp. If he can
Yeah,
convince you.
yeah, exactly. He knows how to.
That's amazing.
To sweeten you up.
Really?
Well, if Ledley's not kicked the ball, can you kick a ball now?
Yeah.
You can?
I can.
You can run about?
I can kick a ball, but it's more than the moving around. It's more the running around, twisting, turning.
Well, you know what? It was one of those where I kind of like almost tagged on to Ledley because he was always going to be, you know, a top player. I remember another one we went to Spain. I'm sure it was, you probably, I don't even knew about this or whatever, when I think David told us, you know, like we had the same agent, which is another story to be fair. But he said that Barcelona and Real Madrid were looking at you, and, you know, that was at 16.
16. Hearing that, how was that for you, hearing that?
To be honest, I kind of...
You was never leaving Tottenham, though, were you?
Not even at 16, was I? I didn't even... But to be honest, nothing fazed me. I just wanted to play football and enjoy my football. At 16, let's face it, I was never going to leave home. At that age, I was comfortable at Tottenham. I could see my path. So yeah, it didn't really bother me.
Was it around this age that because you've always talked about looking up to Les Ferdinand and getting an element of guidance from him and at the very least inspiration from him. Did you have the same experience, Ledley? Was he someone that gave you advice or someone that kind of,
I thought Sol as well.
Yeah, I mean, Sol was still around at the club. There was a lot of old players, old professionals. Early in my career, I had people like Tim Sherwood, Teddy Sheringham I played with, Darren Anderton. So all these guys kind of helped me. Les was a big part, obviously, just being a young black boy, for the older players in the team to see a young black boy kind of coming through, they will naturally kind of take to him and kind of get to know him and try to help him. I was always someone who was quiet as a kid and just kind of focused, didn't say too much, but in my head, was determined to do well. And yeah, a lot of the older players, they did help me through, for sure.
You both played with Gareth Bale, you both played with Modric, but I think, Ledley, you saw more of the Gareth Bale that we're familiar with than Benty, because Benty left early.
Yeah.
The last season he was there, you were there, obviously.
Not the last season he was there. I'd retired one season before he left.
Was there a moment, because Benty tells a story that you went away for like end of season.
I'd left to come back and seen him, and he was like, oh my goodness, monster.
Was there one particular game you were involved in with him and you thought this kid could go all the way?
With Gareth, I always saw great potential, but more as a left back. He had a wand, he was quick, could run all day. But I didn't see him becoming the player that he became. I don't even think he saw that. He was more of a left back or a wing back. I think it almost happened by accident, where he was playing left wing and just played so well and affected the game so much that in the end we just let him play where he wanted to play, where he was going to affect the game as much as he could. So I think it just happened overnight, really. He just started to play well, hit form, and was influencing the game so much that, confidence was up and he was just doing whatever he wanted.
You're an ambassador for Spurs now, right? So you've been there a long time off the pitch.
Yeah.
Harry Kane, of course, you're very familiar with. A lot of people say that Harry Kane is Tottenham's greatest ever, certainly goal scorer, we know that, but up there with Tottenham's greatest ever player. Where does Gareth Bale rank amongst great Tottenham players?
He's definitely up there. Definitely up there. I mean, the season, I retired 2012. The following season, I think he was under AVB. Before he went to Real Madrid, I haven't seen a player during my time at Spurs perform the way he did that following season. I think he scored 9 winning goals.
Was one of them that West Ham one?
Yeah, that season. So you think about nine winning goals and the points. That's a lot of points, and the goals that he was scoring as well were ridiculous.
Dawson, whenever I speak to Dawson about Bale and that time, he always says that although AVB is probably not remembered by Spurs fans as that good, but he was the one who almost gave Bale that license where, listen, you win me the game, and their relationship were they really close, them two?
Yeah, I'm not sure how close they were, but I would say that I think Harry did wonders for him as well.
Yeah,
I think Harry was initially kind of let him play where he wanted to.
Obviously, a one club man, right? And you just don't get that like these days, do you? I mean, I think of, and you're just associated to Tottenham, aren't you? Now, it's like John Terry at Chelsea and Steve Gerrard and Jamie Carragher, like you just don't get it anymore. Like there must have been kind of rumours or opportunities for you to leave. Like, was there?
Do you know what? I was captain at an early age, and the kind of person I was, I just felt like it was my team to try and take on, try and progress. That's just my character. I always felt like, I saw the other teams as rivals, and that was how it was. You know what I mean? I wanted my team to be the best team. Obviously, I had my injury. By the age of 26, my knee's knackered. I'm not training, but my vision was always to make Tottenham the best team and try to make us compete. That was it.
Was there a chance? Because like Steve,
I was
you
never
went
close.
to Chelsea.
No,
was
I was
it?
never nearly close. Never.
Did you not really like even
entertain it?
Like, you didn't even.
No,
we
had the same age at the time, and there was a bit of gossip here and there, but I was never personally interested, so I never really got anywhere.
But do you think that ever holds you back? That's the wrong way to put it. But there would clearly be interest for you. But do you ever feel that commitment to the club sometimes almost blocked you from opportunities to maybe gain more financially?
To be honest, I never really thought about the financials when I was playing. I was just concentrating on performance. And as I say, I was 26 when I stopped training anyway, so probably that would have put an end to kind of things. But my mindset was always to just try and improve the club and trying to get the club to win things. So anything else was secondary at that point.
If I didn't do no movements and running during a week, I was in panic stations.
Yeah.
I needed to be ready to train. I don't know how you done that.
I had to pretend that fitness didn't matter. I had to say to myself, it's not athletics. This is a game of football, and I had to play football. And then you become a bit more clever. You become, you know what I mean? You don't, because before, when I had my legs, I'd want to get involved a little bit more. Now I'm not, sometimes I'm not even going up for corners. Sometimes I'm just staying back, just doing my defensive role. Pulling people around, stopping you from running at times, making people, like all the things. I started playing offside for fun. Like I wanted to control the line. I used to say to my defenders, stay one step ahead of me. I want to control the back by myself so that when I'm stepping up, when I'm with the striker and I step up, I ain't got to worry about you or you. I know that I'm in control of it. And I used to do that with the striker. I used to always be just stepping up on him because I didn't want to run. I didn't want to, you know what I mean? Or I'd be pretending to step up, all these little things. You just adapted. You just do what you can do.
Mad IQ. That's mad IQ.
Was you in pain then during games?
It wasn't pain. It's discomfort, restriction.
You couldn't put off a sprint.
I can't bend my leg fully back. So obviously I couldn't sprint fully. I'd drag my knee. If I'd done a slide tackle when my knee kind of was underneath me, that would jam it up for a while.
You'd know that'd be swelling after the game.
Yeah. That was a problem.
I used to say with England, we used to train, we'd go out and he'd be in the gym. And I used to walk out sometimes to go, where's Ledley, man? I didn't know the full extent of
You
his
sounded
injury.
like a troublemaker.
The biggest problem was muscle injuries. So I played 3 or 4 games, and like during this time I wrote England off because I just wanted to concentrate on Tottenham, playing as many games as I could. But I played 3 or 4 games, and then England would call me up. I'd go to England with my big swollen knee to say, look, what can I do? Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to train. I'm not going to be able to do anything. So then they send me home. Played 3 or 4 games again, something else growing. Recovered from that. As soon as I recovered, I was back playing again. And that was it for 5 years. Kept breaking down with muscle injuries. But before 2010, went on a good run of games, and Capello's come to me and said, can you go? And for the first time I thought, you know what, I think I can do it. I wouldn't have put myself in that position if I didn't believe I could. I thought, you know what, I can do it. I played 2 warm-up games. Was fine. And then 5 minutes into the first game against USA, I felt my groin. That was the end of the tournament.
World Cup, innit?
Yeah.